Hey guys, I'm here with my 2009 Mini Cooper. This is actually I'm going to do a video on wiring up my LED armrest. So I made up a harness. This is about 2 feet and this has a LED timer. This is going to plug into my USB where the cigarette lighter used to be connection. This is going to plug into the connection that went to the USB cigarette lighter. Then it was driving me crazy that I took out the cigarette lighter and replaced this with the USB, so I put another cigarette lighter, a 12-volt cigarette lighter, further underneath the dash, and I'll show you where I did with that. And this is the connection for that. But let me go ahead and plug this in to make sure the wiring is up, and it actually lights it up and the dimmer works. Okay, right now I'm using a 12-volt power supply to power this. It's not hooked up to the car, so that's what I have here. Clip leads to a 12-volt power supply to this. This is my dimmer, so it allows you to actually go all the way down to turn it off, and then turn it on low and full brightness. So now that I actually got it working, I'm going to go ahead and try wiring it up. Let me show you where I put the cigarette lighter. So I went ahead and stuck a cigarette lighter right here. And there's actually empty space behind there. I checked other spaces like that side panel. There's no space behind that or on the other side. So I'm tired of pulling out my center console, so this time I'm not going to pull out the seat. So I'm just going to go ahead and move this panel back off again, and that side panel, and lift up some of that the lift up the screws for the center console. So let's go ahead and take this out, which is some torque screws on the bottom. I believe there's 3 of them. Okay, you get T20, and you'll take out 3 on the bottom. Here's this panel. That's these 3 on the bottom. Then basically once that comes off, it'll just pop off, and it's being held on by these top ones. So what I had to do is I had to go ahead and drill a hole here and cut out the foam to be able to get this in here. Connector, and it'll fit right into that hole. Let me show you. Okay, yours won't have any wires in it because I have wires in it because of my my oil water temperature gauges that I tucked in there, but it'll still fit in there. So you have a space there, and you actually do have a space on the other side if you wanted to put it on that side, but I figured it was more convenient to have it on the left side. Let me show you the dimensions so you hit it just right on it. Okay, from the left side to the center of the cigarette lighter where it's going to go is 4 inches. And if you measure from the top, okay, from the top it's about 4 1/4 inches, and this is from the top edge there. Going to go around the curvature, and it's 4 1/4. You don't want to go too low, otherwise it's going to hit it won't hit that hole. Or you don't go too high because it's going to go at an angle a little bit. So that should place you right in the middle of that, and it should fit. Okay, next I'm going to pull off this side trim. To be able to pull that off, it just snaps out, but it actually tucks into this piece up here, which is held on by 2 screws. So if you just loosen this up a little bit, so it could slide out from underneath this crack here. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, here's that side trim. Like I said, there's these tabs on top. So basically you want to pull it out from the bottom first and work your way up to the top and slide it out. Okay, for me, you want to pull off this back piece in the back deep in here, and that just snaps in. So get a trim tool and it should just pop right out. Okay, this back piece is held on by these 2 clips. If you notice mine, I modded it to have a little cutout because I have extra wires which is the dimmer for my gauges, and the extension that I put for my USB auxiliary auto, which actually I put inside. I ran it, and there's one inside. So there's a video on that. So now I got that off. There's a big Torx that holds on this bottom piece here. That's way in the back in here. So you can feel this single bolt. So let me go ahead and take that one off. Okay, it's a T25 to take off this big one. It's the near the bottom center. So, but you can't pull the plastic out yet because you gotta take out the 3 screws in the cup holders, one in each cup holder, 2 in the front, 1 in the back, and then that allow you to lift it a little bit and pop this trim if you want, or knock off this. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so this top is loose, this piece is loose. If I can get to that, so I think I could tuck the wires without actually pulling it off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run, because I need the dimmer switch, and mount it and get back here. I think mount it back, double sticky it here, then cut it into the plastic, run the cable underneath, and then do all the connections. So let me go ahead and pop this trim off with the trim tool. It just pops off, and cut out a notch so I can run the cable underneath it. Okay, got everything connected. So here it's connected. I unplugged the old the USB here and plugged it into the new cable to it, and then what was going to it I pigtailed it off in a Y so I can plug that cable into it. The one that was going to the USB now plugs into the pigtail. Then it's on the outside right now, and it's this is a connection that goes to the LED. So let's power it up and see if it works. So basically it comes on when the accessories comes on, which is the way I have it now. And what's cool about this new one, everything is blue. It's actually a blue light inside it, so it'll be easy to find. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to tuck this wire underneath this console, and then I'll be pretty much done. Okay, basically to get this trim off, you gotta get it off this first clip here. There's an identical, it's like a U-shaped clip on either side. So basically just push down and push in, and then once you get one side out, then you can work your way around to get the other side. But those are the main ones you have to work out first. One on either side. At least get one side first, work around, and the other one comes right back out. Okay, after I tucked all the wires, and it looked like I'm too short on this end to get it out through here. So I said, oh man, what am I gonna do? So basically I had these, that's what I have on that connector. It's these, which is a 2-pin waterproof connector. That's what I have on the end of that side and on the cigarette lighter. So basically I just use that because they come with pigtails. So basically I made an extender cable. So one end will plug into that end, the other will plug into the other side. So okay, here's the whole thing all buttoned up. Got my dimmer switch right here. I could turn it down, turn it off. Car's on accessories right now. It's all buttoned up. My USB is still hooked back up with, it says the voltage. And then go underneath the car, which is the new cigarette lighter. Comes with a cover. So let me check the voltage on this. So there it shows 11.79. Car's not running. 11.8. So that's pretty good. And I forgot to mention in the wiring to that new cigarette lighter, I did put a fuse, a 10 amp fuse in line with it. So so there it is, all wired up, cleaned up. So now hope this helps you in wiring up your LED armrest. Thanks for watching.